Well, hello. These are the announcements for the Tomorrow River Lutheran Parish for March 6th, 2022. That is the first Sunday in Lent. So there is so much to talk about. There's so much to say. Let's start with our worship life. The CDC, as you're aware, has a new tool and new instructions for public gatherings. And according to the CDC, we don't have to mask anymore when we gather publicly. Thanks be to God. So what we're doing is that all the existing services are going to be mask optional. If you want to wear a mask, of course you can. There will be people at each of those services wearing a mask. And if you want to join them, that's fine, but you don't have to anymore. But there may be a group of people, I don't know how many, who feel unsafe in that setting, that they're wearing a mask but everyone else is not, or most of the people are not. So we are going to, on a trial basis, have a fourth Sunday morning service that will be only for people who want to mask. So the new batting order is this. At 7:45 on Sundays at Peace, we will have a mask required service. 7:45 at Peace, mask required. At 8:30, we'll have a service at Peace that's mask optional. At 9:30, we'll have the outdoor service over at Nelsonville. And at 10:15, we'll have an indoor service at Nelsonville that's mask optional. So again, I don't know if the group of people who really want masking, I don't know if that's 3 people, I don't know if it's 30 people. If it's 3 people, we'll figure out, how long we do this. If it's 30, we're just going to keep going until something happens to make you feel safe, to make you feel like you don't need it, whatever it is. Bottom line, we don't want to take church away from anyone, and that Pastor Gretchen and I and the leaders of the church, we want to offer you every opportunity to come to church, to gather with your neighbors and your families, to put ourselves under God's word together, to learn together, and to practice love and charity for one another. So 4 services now every Sunday morning: 7:45, 8:30, 9:30, 10:15. I hope to see you in worship. On top of that, we have Lenten services. The 9th and the 16th, those services are going to be at Peace. They'll be mask optional. There's a 10:30 service in the morning, and then we're going back to the full Lenten schedule that we've come to love and know over the years. At 5:30, soup supper begins. You can come anytime you want in there. At 6:30, the confirmands and I will start doing our in-person discussion group. At 7 o'clock, we'll have Lenten worship, and then at 8 o'clock, I'll have online confirmation with kids either who are remote or kids that don't want to be here since it's mask optional. So that's coming. Now, Peace members, we haven't done this for a couple of years, so we have to remember what we're doing. March 9th is coming right up, and I need at least 6 of you to make a crock pot full of soup, and at least 6 of you to make a 9x13 pan of bars. We have a lot of food that we need to have so that we can serve our neighbors and our friends and our guests and exercise appropriate hospitality. And so if you're willing to contribute, if you're willing to help, if you're willing to serve, please call me, text me, call Pastor Gretchen, text Pastor Gretchen, or email us, email the church, email us, and let us know what we can expect from you, what we can hope from you, so that we can do this right. Again, the 16th will also be at Peace, and so we're going to have 10 crock pots of soup and 6 pans of bars, and all that's going to be needed on the 16th. And then the 23rd, the 30th, and the 6th, the party moves over to Nelsonville, and so Nelsonville is going to be have the same list of things that need to be done. They just have a little more time to prepare. So again, Wednesdays are also mask optional. Worship services at 10:30 and 7. Soup suppers start at 5:30. So we've waited an awful long time for this to come back. Now, other stuff that you need to know. You got emails this week about a challenge to support Ukrainian refugees. And this has just gone crazy. It's a wonderful thing. For those of you who are wondering if it's a scam, it's not a scam. It's real. That a group of Nelsonville members started it, that they came up with $100,000, and they challenged the world to match it to take care of Ukrainian refugees. Very quickly, Lutheran World Relief got interested in highlighting this effort. And so Lutheran World Relief this past week sent out emails to 4,000 of their donors saying that Nelsonville Church had started this challenge. Our bishop picked it up and spread the challenge to the synod. All of the churches, there are 142 of us, something like that, of the churches of the East Central Synod of Wisconsin. It went up on Facebook. And in the first day that the challenge was live, more than $36,500 came in against that $100,000 match. But that wasn't the only thing that was cooking. There have been members at Peace now and members of Nelsonville who've decided that they want to make that challenge grow. And so we now are looking at a challenge of $158,000 in just a matter of a couple of days. And Lutheran World Relief is gobsmacked by the response, by the generosity of you, the people of this parish. And so they now are going to forward this challenge to their full mailing list, which is 18,000 distinct donors and churches. So I don't know what God's going to do with this. This is a moment of grace and power that it's really humbling for me to be connected to the parish, and I am so grateful for your faithfulness, for your courage, for your generosity, for your compassion for those who are suffering. So if you want to click the link that was in the email or in subsequent emails that you'll get, you'll be taken to a Lutheran World Relief landing page. That is a landing page that is just for this challenge, and you can give a gift and it'll be matched up to, again, right now I'm making this video on Thursday night, up to $158,000. Will it get bigger than that? I don't know. It might. But we're at $158,000 right now. The other thing that you can do in either church is that you can give on the challenge side of it. So that when this challenge goes out to the 18,000 donors and churches of Lutheran World Relief, we're at 200,000 or 250,000 or wherever it is that you think God wants us to get to. So the need is great. I mean, if you're watching the news, it is horrifying. The devastation, the suffering, the loss, and Lutheran World Relief, is a trusted long-term partner, and they've committed that the monies raised in this endeavor will be used to deal with the suffering, both immediate and long-term, that's being brought about by this war, by this attack, by this conflict. And so I invite you to prayerfully consider if you have a place in this response, if this is something God's calling you to, and then to think through whether or not you want to be a recipient of the matching challenge funds, or if you want to make the challenge funds bigger. Either way, the money is going to go to help people in desperate need. I commend that to you for your prayers and for your thoughts. Okay, other things very quickly, and I know that I've already taxed your patience, and I appreciate that. The prayer list. Of course, we're praying for the people of Ukraine. We're going to be praying for the rulers of the nations, that God would make them wise and good. And then, we work really hard to be a community in which people who disagree with one another politically still live in solidarity and love as brothers and sisters. But I trust that all of us who love Jesus can pray that God would humble the aggressor, that God would strengthen the righteous, that God would protect the innocent, and that God would help us find our way to a just peace. All of that seems very clear to me, whatever our political affiliations or sensibilities. And so I invite you into that or similar prayer. We found out a peace member needed an immediate emergency pacemaker. And so that person is asking for our prayers. And right after getting the pacemaker, that person was also diagnosed with COVID. So the recovery has been a little more difficult than ordinarily would have been. Those of you praying for Gordy, he is out of the hospital. He is home. And everyone else on the list you have seen before, so I continue to commend them to you and to invite you into faithful prayer and care for these folks. I think, the Ukrainian challenge is not a scam. It's not a scam. It's real. The money is real. But there are scam artists working in the areas pretending to be pastors in need, that they would steal my identity or Pastor Gretchen's identity, and they would send you a solicitation asking you to give gift cards or to send some special gift because I'm in need. You folks take care of me and my family, and I am grateful for that. I am not in need. I would never appeal in such a sideways fashion for gift cards or such. If my family experienced a need, we would work together through the council and through the congregations, and we would figure out how to meet that need. If there was a medical emergency or some sort of catastrophe, you would hear about it from your leaders. You would hear about it in a way that could not be scammed. So if you get a solicitation that I'm in need or that Pastor Gretchen's in need, and you should help us with a $700 gift card or whatever it is, ignore it, delete it, pray for the soul of that person who's trying to steal from Christians and play on our sympathies, and let's keep moving. And together, if you have extra money, let's take care of the Church of Christ. Let's take care of our mission in the world. Let's take care of people who are vulnerable and who are suffering. Those are all holy, holy endeavors. I think I'm going to let you just read the rest of the emails or the announcements below this video, or that you would read the emails that are coming out from the church. Oh, there is one more thing we should say. Pastor Gretchen and Matt Buchman are putting together just a beautiful daily gift to us during Lent. It's called Pause and Pray. It's about 60 to 90 seconds every day with a little reflection and original music that Matt is composing to go with the theme and the feeling of the reflection. Every day during Lent, there's going to be one of these little pause and pray reflections, and I commend them to you. They are just lovely. Now I'm going to stop because I've gone way too long. May God bless, protect, and fill you. May you know the grace and love of God. May God give you the wisdom to know what God would have you do. And if God is calling you to a moment of generosity and service in the world, thanks be to God. I'll see you soon. See you in church. Bye.